I honestly, I'm missing the interaction with my students because online is so different. I can't have that one-on-one as they're coming into the door. Like I can't shake their hands. And I definitely miss that. And I think it's a lot easier to build that relationship with your students when you're at school. And it makes it just so much more difficult to do that on screen.
Teaching has changed for sure, no doubt about it. It's very difficult online when there's a chat full of 30 people and really only one person can talk at a time. As a person, I feel like they're really missing a great part of their development.
So both the classes I teach are kind of hands-on. The filmmaking class is very hands-on. What we would normally do in a class is we would give a prompt, we would talk about it, and then we'd go out and do it. Now, I don't do that. It's a very difficult task right now to find creative things that help them learn, but they have to do it on their own.
Go ahead and stand up from your area. Please, this is the perfect opportunity for you to start turning on your cameras. My name is Nancy Gonzalez. My students know me as Ms. G, and I am a freshman PE teacher. I know it looks and sounds repetitive, but we're just getting our bodies used to it these first weeks of school. One of the protocols and guidance we've gotten through the school is social distancing and distance learning. We're teaching from home. No one's allowed into the building. Everything is just online. That shift between being at school and teaching from home is quite a difference, I would say. The one thing that I do like is that the school that I do work for, we already had our students set up with laptops and hotspots. So it's something that we already provide for our students. So that really, really did help the transition into distance learning. I mean, I teach PE and a lot of my class is, hitting the weight room. We go out to the field. We need to learn the rules of the game and actually play the game, right? So it's definitely a lot harder to do that online.
My name is Tommy McGuan, and I am a middle school history teacher.
Aloha, aloha, oh, boo, boo. Oh, uh-oh, you guys caught me having a good time in Hawaii, taking advantage of this sweet digital learning.
There's so many guidelines right now. I'm just trying to make sure that I can show up and focus on the students. I have, lesson plans already, but now I have to remake all the lesson plans. I go, okay, so you guys are gonna go to the textbook. All right, I have to explain how to get to the online textbook. I go, okay, so you're gonna have to go to this page. Oh, right, a lot of you don't know how to use that yet. Okay, so you go, this is how you do that. And so I've made so many tutorial videos. A lot of this stuff that I'm gonna run into, a lot of issues, I don't even know are issues until I make the assignment, and then I get 30 questions that say, how do I do this? And I go, oh, right, I forgot that part.
I think Sally's in Costco. Anyway.
I'm in Vallarta.
Oh, I love Vallarta. Okay. Extra points just totally for going to class while you had to do business. I appreciate it.
My name is Ron Mita. I teach screenwriting and filmmaking at College of the Canyons. So COVID really, it hit us fast and hard. I remember when it was kind of coming, and I went to class one day and I said, look, I don't think we're going to be in this classroom next week. Our college moved very, very fast to shut down classes, and we had to transition everything in the matter of 1 week. We took 1 week off and had to try to rebuild the class for an online structure in very, very short amount of time. Initially, it was a very, very impactful and a lot of stress. It was pretty much day and night work for an entire week to try to make an entire class that's interactive become something that I had to do over a Zoom session. In the filmmaking class, knowing that you really don't make films on your own. I mean, yeah, sure, there is the auteur who goes around and shoots with the camera, but generally speaking, we are trying to teach them filmmaking, which is a team sport in a sense. I've started to make different assignments that give them each different jobs, working separately but together. They are going to come back with a finished product that they worked together, but they never actually physically once got together. But it's also something for them to at least try to work as a team, even though they're physically not in the same space.
You do lose that connection between your student and yourself, and it's already really hard to build a connection with a student at school, and really getting them to trust you and to know that you have their back and that you're there to support them. I could only imagine what my students are going through right now and not having that support, or relying on school food, or relying on staying cool because they'll have AC at school.
They're kind of missing that social development in a way. I love being able to have big class discussions. And right now it's a little different. It's going to be a little bit trickier because we're just going to be one big Zoom call. Maybe a student's mic doesn't work. Maybe a student's internet shuts down. And then just having resources. So, when we do a project, I always have markers and pencils and pens and things like that for the students to use. But now, if I give them a certain type of project, will they even be able to do it? I just worry about a lot of the logistics.
In my screenwriting class, I also find it a little bit difficult because traditionally in the classroom, it was a lot of discussion, give and take. And I've noticed that on Zoom sessions, while they're all there, only about 25% of them will actually participate in discussions because the rest are more comfortable just sitting back and watching. But in a classroom, I always found like 70, 85% participation.
That's one thing that I'm concerned, is that I'm not going to be as engaging as I could be if I was teaching live. But I found ways to still be able to provide that same level of education of PE. And, we're just taking it back to like online Zumba classes, that you could take at the YMCA or something. 1, 2, 3, jab. I'm just taking that approach and hoping for the best.
I went and got the full certification to teach online. I am excited to take that and kind of build a hybrid class where, of course, we're in class, we're doing our stuff, but I still like this Zoom. So I'm definitely going to keep this technology in the classroom, especially for film. It almost works perfectly.
There's still definitely plenty of room for students to grow. We can still develop their writing. We can still critically grade their work. There's so many different ways they're learning right now. And it's more than just the content matter. They're learning time management, how to navigate the computer better. They're learning how to access emails. They're learning how to go on Google Classroom, which is stuff that they can use literally for the rest of their lives. I miss just the activity, like the fun that we had, the crazy days. It's funny, you hear that a lot from people who seem to really enjoy their jobs. I mean, teaching is no different. Every day is something new, even online.
Connection is important in so many ways. I'm just going back based on my experience and why I became a teacher in the first place. All my teachers, no matter if it was from middle school, high school, college, in some way, shape, or form, they taught me something that was valuable to me and that gave me some sort of knowledge and really build my character. I honestly don't think I would have gone through high school if I didn't have those people and teachers available to me and help me navigate just my life. Not even just schoolwork, just life in general. I don't even think I would have gone to college if I didn't have those people and have those strong connections with them.